In this video, I want to break down you 3 steps to making 6 figures with 0 followers, right? So again, I know the biggest thing that so many people focus or I guess problem is that they always like, yo, Neil, how do I grow this brand? I have no audience. How do I get out here? How do I get more people to know I exist? And the thing that I'm so proud about is I've been able to help hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of people make money without having a huge audience following this framework. So in this video, I'm about to go ahead and break down for you the exact framework that you can use right now to truly help you grow your audience. So stay to the end. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, because I know this information will be responsible for someone like you if you're an executor to help you make millions of dollars. So number one, very first thing is what I like to call value content. And for those who are looking and wondering like, Neil, what is this thing called value content? Value content is essentially where you're going to go ahead and spend a day recording as much content as you can on a particular subject so everybody can look at you as a master in the marketplace, right? So I got several friends in different industries, and what I like to call them, they're basically considered category kings, right? Where if I say one of the words, you're going to say them. When I talk about trucking, you may think of Alex Good Energy, right? So it's certain words that I say that you immediately associate with a specific individual. And one of the reasons why you do that is, number one, they put out so much content around this industry that everybody looks at them as an expert. So because everybody looks at them as an expert, if you have a choice to choose before the person who has so much content out here, and you got a choice to choose from the person who don't, you're going to choose the person that's been putting out a lot of content. So one of the ways that you can do this very quickly is spend in the next 30 days, schedule it, right? Go ahead and hire yourself a videographer, hire you a filmmaker, however you want to title it. And I want you to spend 1 day to 2 days with them. And I want you to go ahead and film anywhere from 50 to 100 videos, right? And there's multiple ways you could do the videos. You could do a long form video that can ultimately be cut up into multiple short form videos, or you can go ahead and write out 50 different titles and they could be quick 1-minute videos. And one of the things that I tell people this is very key, is how do I make my my free content better than most people's paid content? And that's so good. That changes the game for you. Why? Because you're going in here and your content is literally better than most people's paid content. If you go on my Instagram, right, and you will literally go down and see all of these posts where you literally could get 1-minute gems and 1-minute pieces of advice that will literally go help you make money. And most people are hoarding that information until you get behind a paywall, until you buy their course. And what I like to do is I like to almost prove my worth to you before you go buy anything. You could go listen to my podcast, 100+ episodes, all value content, not selling you anything that will help you make money. You could go on my Instagram, go see hundreds and hundreds of posts, right? So what you want to do, this is somebody that got 0 followers. You can have 0 followers. You might be extremely good at one thing. You want to literally go ahead and record it so you're able to go ahead and post this on as many platforms as you can, right? From Instagram, right? And this is like part 1, but let me add a little thing to the part 1. Once you're done with the content, here's how you become omnipresent. You got your long form videos that are good for your YouTube. In addition to them long form videos, you're going to be cutting snippets down on them long form videos. Those long form videos are now good for your YouTube shorts. Those same short form videos are now good for your Instagram Reels, as well as they're good for your TikToks. So that is the very first thing that you want to do. You want to go ahead and film value content. So now people are now reaching out to you about that particular subject, whether they want you to come speak on their platform or whether they just want to buy your stuff. Why? Because they're looking at you as an expert. So again, do not have the scarcity mindset. And for those, some of y'all like, yo, Neil, what do you mean about the scarcity mindset? The scarcity mindset is this. I don't want to share everything that I have, because if I share everything that I have, why would they buy? And that's the exact reason why they buy, because you lead first with giving as much game and giving as much knowledge as you can. So that is number 1 step in order for you to make 6 figures, and some will make 7 with 0 followers. Step number 2, and this is what I like to call other people's stages and other people's audiences, right? And this is where it get good. This is why this is so critical. Once you now are carved out as an expert over this topic, and again, when you're starting out, you should focus on becoming very good at one topic. So one of the topics that I became extremely good at, that I helped so many people with, was event spaces. And then we transitioned to do digital marketing. Why? Because we helped so many people with digital marketing. But I focus on those areas. I focus on the things that I'm extremely good at. So if you focus around animals, most of your content probably should be around that. If you focus around financial literacy, most of your content should probably be around that. So the second step to making six figures with 0 followers is what I like to call OPA and OPS, which stands for other people audiences and other people stages, right? What you want to start doing is you want to start reaching out to different people, seeing if you can get on their podcasts, right? Another thing that you want to do is you want to start getting on what I like to call Instagram theme pages or influencer pages, where you are putting your very best content on their pages, like the best content that you got, whatever that is, like the very best content that you have, you're posting it on their pages. And while they're posting you're going to create the caption, having people follow you, but you're giving them the best. So when you start posting this on your page, you may have an audience or you may don't have an audience, but you're going to be able to see what is performing the best. You're going to be able to see the analytics on who saved this, who liked this, who shared this. Or when you find that piece of viral content that you posted on TikTok, that you posted on Instagram, those are the ones that you ultimately want to be posting on these other platforms, right? So when you start posting on these platforms, i.e., Instagram shout out pages, right? One of the pages I recommend you guys use is something called Black Wealth Crew. Like, you will reach out to them. You're going to and be like, yo, Neo sent me, right? But you're going to reach out to them on Instagram and be like, yo, hey, I'm interested in paid promotion. And when you do this, you're like, hey, I'm interested in paid promotion. They're going to go ahead and create your image, create your meme. You give them a caption. And when you do that, they're going to post you. Guess what I'm now getting when they do this? One, I'm getting followers. One, I'm getting engagement. Two, if I got some sort of opt-in in my bio, guess what I'm getting now if I got an opt-in in my bio? I'm getting a number, I'm getting a name, and I'm getting an email. So when I'm paying these influencers and these different pages, I am now not only seeking to get a follower, but now I'm going in here and I'm getting a name, I'm getting a number, and I'm getting an email, all from the same promo post. I'm also asking them, can they post on all of their other social platforms? So when you go into these pages, how many platforms do you have? Can you post on all of them? How many pages that you may have in your network? And this is how you can start rapidly growing your following, right? And rapidly growing your followers. So that's what I say, other people audiences, right? Next thing, when we talk about other people audiences, right? We talked about podcasts. The reason why I think podcasts has to be one of your biggest focuses in 2023 is evergreen. I'm gonna keep preaching it. Why is evergreen so critical and important right now? Because some of you see me on Earn Your Leisure podcast. Some of you see me on Social Proof podcast. Some of you see me on Hardly Initiated podcast. Some of you see me on Freshly Fit podcast. Some of you see me on Andy Frisella's podcast. And here's the thing. The reason why this is so important, people, is because this is evergreen content. This is content that people can go tap into, and it lives on YouTube and lives on the internet forever. So every single day or a week, I am making money or getting an audience, acquiring new audience from when I was on Earn Your Leisure, when I'm on David Shannon's. Why? Because it's evergreen and people are constantly searching. So guess what? I don't need to have an audience. I go on and get on their audience. Why? Because they already have the distribution. So it's not about how, it's about who. Who can you get in front of? Right? So if you can get on a podcast, whether you're getting on for free or whether you're doing a pay to play, now you're getting on their audience that they took all of this time to build. And now you're able to go ahead and do your thing. Next, let me give you guys another hack, right? Another hack is communities, right? Matter of fact, let me go to step number 3. Step number 3. So we talked about step number 1, right? We talked about step number 1, creating value content. We talked about step number 2, which is getting on other people's stages, right? Let's talk about step number 3, how to make 6 figures with a 0 following. This is one of my favorites, y'all, and it's called affiliate marketing. And for some of y'all, it's probably like, yo, Neil, wait, how do I do affiliates? Normally, people pay affiliates, right? Normally, people pay affiliates Normally people pay affiliates because they got an audience and people are allowed to go promote their product to my audience. But remember, I said I'm breaking down how you can make six figures not having the audience. And this takes it back to another aspect where I talked about other people's stages and other people's audiences, finding people that have communities where you can now go ahead and present your offer to their communities and y'all now can make money. So one of the things I recommend that you do, you go ahead and find people who got Facebook audiences, right? Huge Facebook groups. You find people that got huge networks. And what you want to do is you want to reach out to them, let them know. And remember, I talked about you becoming the expert in your space. Now that you became an expert in your space, you need to create a presentation that gives nothing but value. And at the end of that valuable presentation, you're going to go ahead and make an offer and y'all going to negotiate how much y'all going to split between whatever is made from that offer, right? So for example, let's use David Shands, for example. He got something called the Morning Meetup Community. And you might be able to go in front of this audience and be like, hey, I want to go ahead and present to this audience. I want to go give them game. But if anybody decides to buy this at the end, I want to go ahead and split that with you. So now imagine right now, if you can go ahead and find an audience every single month where you can go present in front of and you make anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 and y'all split that every single month. You now are making 10 to 50 grand splitting that with somebody and you're doing that every single month. Why? From you becoming the master in your marketplace by getting very good at that one subject and now teaching on other platforms. Another thing, when we talk about other people audiences, when we talk about these affiliates, go give away your best game for free. So a lot of times when I'm getting on somebody's Instagram live, when I'm doing certain things, if I'm in somebody's stage, I'm giving them the best game because I want to make sure they remember me. I want to stand out between every single speaker there is. So one of my buddies and partners, she had to speak tonight and she's like, yo, Neil, share with me some stuff. I'm speaking tonight, right? And I was like, yo, make sure they remember you. When you touch that stage, you give away your best stuff. And here's how we beat most people, because most people, like, they go on the stage and they're being very timid with the information that they share. Well, I'm not going to give my best stuff. I'm going on the stage and I want to make sure you remember it. If I'm doing something around credit, I want to go ahead and share with you how to go get 50 to 100K within 1 to 3 minutes that you can immediately implement. And now people will never forget how you helped them make money. There's so many people that end up doing business with me. I'll use Carter Cofield, for example. One of my guys, like he took my Instagram book. In the Instagram book, $47, I put everything there was to learn about Instagram, how to make money, certain things that you can do, right? He ended up joining my high level mastermind. At the time, I think he got in for 35 or 45,000, whatever the number was that he invested to be a part of the mastermind, right? I gave him nothing but game. So guess what? He took the game that I gave him for free. Why? Because I didn't hold back on the game. I said, well, it was only $47. I'm not going to give everything. No, I gave everything that I had in that $47 to help them make money with Instagram. But guess what? He came back and invested either 35 or 40K to be inside of our mastermind. Guess what? He just advanced another year to be in our mastermind. And he's like, yo, bro, I'm never leaving your mastermind. It helped me so much. But it all started away with giving my gift away for free and giving out so much game and so much value. So again, find affiliates, get on other people's stages, put out so much great content that is shareable, is likable, and people are sharing it out. So those are 3 ways for you to make an extra 6 figures. Ooh, man, that was good. Those are 3 ways for you to make an extra 6 figures by simply leveraging other people's audiences, other people's stages, and value content. I hope this episode was great. I hope this video was great. And more importantly, I hope you go execute on this information to help your business grow. Thank you so much for tapping in. Please like, subscribe, share, follow me on all social media platforms, because my goal is to give you as much content as I can to help you get more income, to make a greater impact, and to build your influence. Thanks for tapping in. We will see you on our next session.